Hello everybody, this is our education for our beautiful new Fleurs rose dies that are up and coming, and this one is our Iceberg Rose, and this is what the rose actually will look like when we've finished it. So it's a very fluid open rose, okay? So it has a centre in the middle, a stamen, and then it has these beautiful petals on the outside edge. And as you can see, this isn't made from foam. This is our fabulous new crepe paper. So that's what we're going to be working with. That's the medium we're working with the rose, okay? So, and it really is super easy and it's wonderful texture. So it adds that almost, you can see that it's got a little bit of movement to it as well. So that is the rose that we're going to be building. Now I've got my board in front of me. These are the dies that come with this particular rose. You're going to need 6 of the big one, 6 of the medium, and then 3s of these next ones down. These create little buds if you wish to make them, or extra flowers, but we've made sure that we've used all of the metal, so we've given you a little bit of something extra there to work with. Then we've got our stamen here, and we've got our calyx or our sepals, okay, depending on which way you want, however you want to say that they are. So we've given you also on the website, it will show you how many petals of each to cut as well as a download. So this is our first rose. Pop that to one side. Now these are our beautiful packs of crepe paper. The colours are just phenomenal, okay? I've got one missing because I've got it to the side. Now what you're going to do is open up the whole sheet, okay? So this is a fair big sheet of crepe paper, and it's got 180% stretch. Now what that means is that when we pull it, it's obviously 100, it's another 80% bigger. So it's like almost double this when it's at its full stretch. So, and it's that stretch that gives the crepe paper all this versatility and so many ways to be able to work with it, but also gives us those beautiful shapes for our petals for the flowers. So what we need to do, now if you get this, and because they do come in rolls and it's super tight, you can actually use an iron and iron it out, but leave it as it is. Don't stretch it when you iron it, just leave it flat, because obviously that's going to keep rolling up. So you can hold it down, not a steam iron, but just press gently with a hot iron, and you can actually make sure that it will stay flat. But you can actually, with our dies, fold this into 4 and cut 4 lots of the flower in one go. Okay, so that's twice. Fold it again, that's 4 times. And then if I bring in the actual flower, these are the dies. Now, the knack to this is actually looking at the grain. So when you look at the crepe paper, you've got all these lines, okay? Now the lines need to go top to bottom, and then the die itself, the actual die needs to go with the grain. Now these 3 here, this is for when you're working with the foam. So we've given you extra, we've used all the metal, we've given you extra petals, because the foam, with this you need more petals, and the foam you don't need quite, so we've given you the extra petals to bulk it out. So here we have obviously working with the grain, so you would pop that on the edge and it can be as close as you can. Now I know working with this one sheet of paper for the iceberg, you can actually make 6 flowers out of one. Okay, so you can get six of these flowers out of one sheet of crepe paper, so that's a lot of florals, okay? So you would actually pop that on there, pop all your dies on, and then just run it through your die cutting machine. One thing that I have a little tip for you is that when I pop it on my magnetic on here, I'll tape my die down, but when I actually pop it onto my plate, put a little bit of tape on here and tape it to the plate. That way it's not going to bounce back. It's just a little tip that I found just to help. So that is the actual crepe paper. So all you've got to remember is the die needs to work with the grain of the paper, okay? So it works from tip of petal to base of petal with the grain running top to bottom. And then we can make some fabulous flowers. For the iceberg flower, what we're going to need is a wire, 1 stamen, we need 3 of the smallest petals and 3 of the next. So we're working in size order, okay? Then we need 6 of the next one and 6 of the next one, and that then creates this beautiful bloom. And it's really, really easy to do this. You will need a hot glue gun, because for me it just speeds it up. You can work with a wet glue if you want to, but I've got my little stamen here, and we're going to work from the biggest to the smallest. I'm going to pop my glasses on, pop a little bit of glue on this edge like so, attach it to my wire, and then just roll that up like so. Okay, and then a little bit further on, just a tiny little bit more glue across that edge, and then just again roll that, keeping that edge nice and straight. Okay, so that is the actual center for this. That's the stamen done. Just making sure that that is sealed. And then to create, and so it's not quite so drastic a drop there, using our floristry tape, take a little bit of tape, and we're going to cover over that line there, okay? And to activate the florist tape, you need to give it a bit of a tug, because it's got wax in it and it activates the wax with that stretch. And just roll some of that tape on there like so. And then I like to turn my flower and hold onto the flower head, and then just slightly at an angle like so, pop some tape down the wire and then just tear it away. So that is the center of that rose already done. Now, once you've actually got your flowers cut, your petals cut, this is what you're going to have to do. I'm going to do it 3 times to show you. So you've got your petal, and this works with all of the petals. You do exactly the same thing. So first of all, you're going to hold the petal each side and give it a little stretch, like so. That's the 180% stretch, and it creates a cup. We're not going to stretch at the tip, and we're not going to stretch down here at the bottom. So then if you hold the petal in your left hand, fold this middle piece in, and just give it a little twist, okay? So we're going to give it, there we go, a little twist, and doing that, it draws in this petal here, okay? And then it also makes this a little bit of a twist here on the, and so that's easier for it to put on the petal. Then what we need to do is just grab hold of that between our finger and thumb, because we're going to bend it down like so, okay? So we've got an angle to it, and pop that to one side. So we're going to do that again between our thumb and fingers, just on these 2 edges. Give it a little tug to create that beautiful cup, and that's opened up that petal fabulously. Fold it in half and a little twist, spin it like so, okay? And then we're going to bend that down, because that is now the petal shape. And then once more, just so you've actually got it, so we can have the petal this way on the edges, give it a nice stretch, create that cup, turn it around, pinch the base of this petal, give it a little bit of a spin, fold it down, and that is the creates the petal. Now, one final thing we need to do, and I've got a super technical piece of kit here. This is a little cocktail stick, and I've actually snipped the edges off, so it's not got points on it anymore. And we're now wanting to create this beautiful curl on the edge. Now, if it creases like this one, that's even better, because that adds even more texture to our flower. So we're going to pop it to the tip, as you can see on my thumb. Actually get hold of it, the actual cocktail stick, and just roll and slide the cocktail stick out. Okay, so I'm going to do that again. Pop the cocktail stick to the edge, like so. Grab the cocktail stick and the actual petal, give it a roll and slide it away. One more time, roll and slide it away, and there are all the petals done. Now it's really quick to actually build this one. So on all of them, we've bent that down, and we're now going to add a little bit of glue on here at the side. Now, because there's 3 petals, we work in a triangle. Okay, so that is on there. And also, because we're working with hot glue, the little cocktail stick means that I keep my fingers out of the way. So we're going to work with a triangle with these petals. So we're going to space the 3 out. That's on there. That's number 2, like so, and then the 3rd one. And then I'll show you what I mean by the little triangle, like so. So now when I hold that up, I'm stuck to it, you can see that we've got this little triangle going on all 3 petals. Now for this particular one, because it is a very loose flower, as you can see, it is very open. We're now going to add another 3, but this is the next size petal up. And what we're going to do is put these 3 at the edge of those. So they butt up to that one, like so, because it's a very open and free-flowing flower. This gives us those nice open gaps and detail, but we're still offsetting our petals, so we're not putting one straight on top of the other and building on top of one another. So now that's the 2nd one. Okay, so you can see still got those 3. Now I'm going to bring these forward. So this is the next size, and there's 6. So where we've got the bigger gap, again we've done the bend, we now sit, whoops, I remember where I put the glue. We now sit the first 3 in the gaps. Okay. So that's 2. And 3. Like so. And then the next 3 are going in between the 2 little ones, like so. So you can see we've got this repetitive pattern building up, but by doing it like this, it becomes a very open formed flower. Okay, and then here. Like so. And now we've got those in place. Can you see that we've got nice big gaps appeared? So it's not a lovely, these aren't symmetrical, very even roses. They're very free forming. So then finally, the last 6 petals, and we're now going to go in between the ones that we've already built. And what I tend to do is I go round first and find the gaps. So I've got a gap here, look. And I'm not looking at the top of that flower yet. I only check it for this particular flower now. Okay, so I can now see I want an extra petal here at this base. So that's where my next one is going to go. Like so. And then I want one here. So this is where I'm looking to add that extra layer, and then one here. And that is as easy as this flower is. It is super quick. Once you've actually cut all your petals and laid them out, I would cut all my petals and lay them out in order like I had. So I'd done 2 rows of 3 and 2 rows of 6. And that is just stunning. Now to finish this one off, we're going to use our tape. Pop your tape up to the edge, nice and tight around that base, like so. And then as we did before, nice twist, because whenever we're twisting it and it's got that wax coating, and that will finish off the base of our petal, our flower, and that is the iceberg rose.
If you want to see more from Highlight Crafts, make sure you click the like button. Subscribe by clicking the subscribe button below. and click the bell icon to receive notifications of all of our future content. You can also click here to see our latest video, or click here to see more videos like this one.